See, if you can see me, what have I got to do? What do I got to do to get arrested in this town? I think I have to start over because I can't see myself on Facebook. So this is just weird. So I'm going to stop. And YouTube says that I am on. And Facebook, I can't tell. Facebook, am I on? Can you read me? Are you there? Hello? Hello? Bueller? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Hello? Okay, now it says that I am on. I says that I was on a few seconds ago. Okay, I'm this close to being able to say hello to everybody. Okay, all right, Keys, welcome aboard. Darren, hello. Jen, greetings. Amy, hello. Rachel, happy Friday. Yes, I'm wearing my Friday shirt. I don't know if I was trying to get online a minute ago and it wasn't working. So if you've already seen me, this is me some more. Flavia, welcome aboard. Look who's here. Happy Friday.
Hello, hello, hello.
Lady Jerry.
Lady Jerry, I've got some nunchucks right here.
Well, as always, those are there all the time.
Yeah, so yeah, no misbehaving or I'll get you.
Get you one way or another. I'm gonna find you. Fun meter.
Hot off the gate.
Maximum already.
Yeah, look at you.
Boom.
Yeah.
You're wearing your 1940s truck driver pants.
These aren't 1940s, man.
I know, those are today, tomorrow,
pants.
and the future.
These are...
I missed you.
Oh, God. Right. What am I going to do with this guy?
Boomsy,
I don't
boomsy.
know. What am I going to... Hello, Joan. Hello, hello. Thanks, Brad. A happy Friday. Happiest of happy Fridays to J and B.
Darren says I have a hip and eclectic shirt selection. Well, I'm trying. I mean, I have to say.
He's got a pretty good shirt selection. Is this one from Havelock North?
Yeah, this is a New Zealand. This is a Liberty. This is a Liberty fabric.
Liberty Fabrics
yes,
of London.
It's the height of old lady fashion. When you get down to New Zealand, you've got some Liberty fabric. But this is today and tomorrow.
Oh, that's
but the
pretty,
Liberty fabric is
I think
old
that's
school.
pretty. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And you're sporting the F-bomb shirt.
Yeah, I
Lovely.
found it. I was Jeff, I was so heartbroken. I'd lost it, and I couldn't. Wow, that whole wall! You've taken all the shit off it.
Yeah, there was a big bulletin board up there, and I took it down to put up that poster that I had. That don't spoil it, but we'll have that maybe on Monday.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry.
Or maybe
sorry,
not Monday, but next week.
Wow,
Jen, you lost your job already. What?
What?
The hell?
Oh, you're like me, Jen. That's the sort of shit I do.
Oh, let's drink up.
God, but I usually last longer than 2 weeks before. Would you want to tell us what happened? I mean, we can. We want to know.
Well, let's all pause and take a sip
let's have a little,
for our homie Jen.
To Jen, it's good to have you back in the clan.
Well, Jen has been there. Oh, Perry Kurtz, welcome aboard. Still alive. That's how I feel too, brother. Yeah, still alive. Keep on keeping on. I know Perry from when I started in comedy. You were already going, I think, before me a little bit, Perry. Welcome to Second Friday, Don. Yes, is it sixth Saturday? That's what you're calling it. Nice.
Anyway, I just want to finish the story of the F-bomb t-shirt. So I couldn't find it, and I was heartbroken, and I had a huge huck out in the closet, and I thought I'd get rid of a lot of shit. I did not, ladies. I did not. There was one tie-dye t-shirt.
Did you get rid of any shit?
I know. No shit was gotten rid of. No, I looked in there, I was like, this is all good stuff. And also the other thing is now I have a 16-year-old coming to raid the closet. So imagine if I get rid of some treasure, some knee-high, suede blue boots that I don't wear anymore, slightly cowboyish, but not completely. And then she goes, I want those boots.
Mr. Predicto, should Lady Jerry throw away her knee-high suede blue boots? Oh. This is we all know the answer to this.
It cannot be determined at this
time. Mr. Predicto,
what a loser. I know, what a loser you are. We made it so easy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I could not find this t-shirt. So then I said, okay, I actually had a look in your t-shirts. I was like, maybe that fucking Mr. Jerry has taken them, but he hadn't. And then...
Yeah, you didn't suspect me. Yeah. I was questioned. Often in a domestic situation, the prime suspect will be the spouse, so I'm used to that.
Yeah, well, the second prime suspect was the daughter, but
yes, it's generally speaking, it's a family member.
Yeah, it's got to be. So it was me. I'm the family member. I had it in my I have this pile of clothes that I wear that, there's a special area in my wardrobe, and that's where they were. And then I don't wear them for any nefarious, terrible, weird. It's just workout stuff. And this is not a workout. This is a best go out in my t-shirt.
Yeah.
So I was like, how did it even get over here in this stupid pile? And then I was going to wear it on a bike ride. I was like, no, I'm not going to get it smelly on a bike ride. I'm going to wear it to the show.
So
was that a good story, Jen? Does
God,
that make you feel better that
it was so good. It was so good. Let me read what Jen is telling of her story here for the people who aren't reading or are listening. Well, Jen says, well, it really is. I couldn't understand how to do so much of the job. It'd be humiliating if I hadn't had, humiliating. Oh,
Jen.
Well, could you drop an F-bomb for Jen, please?
Well, fuck them that they didn't get it. It doesn't even matter that you don't know how to do the shit they want you to do. They should have come up with some other good shit for you to do, because you are good value and they need you on the team. So they're lost, Jen. They're lost. I mean, what a pack of wanker losers.
I'm going to post a thing on the group chat after the show from Chris Hemsworth that's just for you, Jen.
Oh, yeah, it's very...
You're going to love it. I gave it to
good.
Lady Jerry the other day.
Yeah, it was good.
So, what about the debate?
Oh, well, it was just, Trump was really on his best behavior. The moderator should have used the mute button. There were times when she could have muted that thing because he could not stop talking. And, Biden was on message and good. And, I'm not undecided. As you probably have, know, I'm not undecided. So...
Todd says you lose the F-bomb shirt, he's going to quit paying for the show. Well, Todd, I do know that you realize the show's completely gratis.
Yeah. No, but I like to be, no, Todd, being paid in t-shirts is good.
Yeah.
Yes,
also,
I love it. I love this.
Just to keep supporting our friend. What about a little on-the-job training? They could have trained. They could train you up.
Bob's, or Don said. How pathetic. That they did it.
I've got a question for you.
I'm not off a card. Just make up your own question.
This is a good question
for me.
It's a good question for everybody as we struggle through Varinus time. What's on your bucket list? What is it, Lady Jerry? Mount Kilimanjaro?
No.
Do you have any interest in Mount Kilimanjaro?
Oh, I'd like to see Mount Kilimanjaro.
Well, it's one of the mountains that we've got a shot at being able to climb that.
We could go climb it. Yeah. Well, I really, I haven't seen the pyramids yet, so I do really need to go see the pyramids, and I really do want to go to Marrakesh, and I have a guide. You have to have a guide, because apparently it's so labyrinthine, the city, that unless you have a guide to sort of get you out of the bazaars and the weird little alleys and things that you walk down, and you'll get completely lost. So I'd like to have a really fantastic Northern African tour and do the pyramids and Marrakesh and... No, I'm kidding. And...
Wow. Next thing you know, you want to go to Scarborough Fair.
Well, I might want to. But that's one thing that's definitely on my bucket list that I sort of can't believe that I haven't got there yet.
Which one, the pyramids?
The pyramids and sort of in Northern Africa. I've been to Kenya, but I know, Ed, you've been all over Africa. So it would be definitely more traveling on that continent. And there are tons of things on my bucket list, but that's one, okay?
Oh. Michael from Switzerland's number one bucket list is the Matterhorn. Wow, that's not even a thing that we just see that at the beginning of the Walt Disney productions, the Matterhorn, and think, oh my God, is that a real place you can go to? So good on you for being able to go there. Jen is really taking some personal responsibility for this sacking, and I think while that's admirable, I would say, Jen, you're built for better. You're built for better.
I think it's just, look, if they couldn't train you and get what's fantastic about you and realize that, this is not a person who you lose. Come on. I think, have we bucked you up? Bucketed you up?
Better out than in. That's what I'd say, Jen. You're better out than in, those jackasses. See here. What Bob is saying, Mount Monadnock near my home. Monadnock?
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Monad. It looks like monad rhymes with gonad.
Supposedly
and then you put a knock on the end.
Second most climbed mountain in the world.
Which one? That one?
Mount Monadnock in New Hampshire.
Gonad, monad knock.
Don
That's how I'm
says
gonna be
bucket
saying
list, live abroad in multiple cities across Europe for a couple of years.
I would do that for sure, Don. And but I wouldn't just live in cities. I'd also live in small towns because small towns are pretty great. But I'd love to do that.
Ed's been to Morocco and Egypt. So what did you think of the debate, Lady Jerry?
Okay, that's really funny that Brad is talking about Australian Zoo meet the Irwins. May Steve Irwin, R.I.P. I've had dinner with him and Jack Hanna at the Columbus Zoo. Because I did a
amazing,
thing
Brad.
on zoos yesterday on It's the Planet Stupid show, because we were talking about how zoos are really losing revenue and can't do all the amazing conservation stuff that they ordinarily do because they really rely on, all the people coming to the zoos. And the safari park down in San Diego is open at limited capacity. They say, sorry, you might have to wait 3.5 hours in your car before you can get in.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, they talked about how they did this show and they included the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, which is super cool if you haven't been there, and does this amazing conservation. They move elephants and animals around so that they can interbreed and not just have a sort of genetically small pool, i.e. breeding with your kids. And then, having mutated, not such good animals, but they're really keeping their gene pool and the animals, they're saving them by doing this breeding program. But the other thing about that is that when they did this show, they did the Irwin's Zoo in Australia. And there's some really famous aquarium, but it was to show people that zoos aren't animal prisons anymore. They're actually these really cool, where we're really looking at the animals, we work out their needs. It's not that when we were, if anyone can relate, when I was a kid, I remember going to the Auckland Zoo and there's a polar bear, on a sort of a slab of concrete, and there's a sort of a green algae filled water paddling pool. And you're sort of like, that's it for the polar bear? I mean, it was really... it was beyond tragic.
Yeah, zoos used to be quite a bit more of a jail than any of that other stuff. Scott's on his bucket list is the Azore Islands. Don says he's never been to Spain, but I bet you've been to Arizona.
Spain is pretty fantastic. I do
And I
Spain and Portugal.
Kind of like the weather. It's a song, Jerry. You're cutting me off.
Yeah, well, I'm just
yeah,
over
I
here
know.
musing about my bucket list. You can come on my bucket list with me. If
Yeah,
you want.
I want to come on. Yeah, that's on my bucket list, is to come with you on your bucket list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pick someone who's got a really good bucket list, or who you just like to hang out with, and go with them on their bucket list. What
Well-
about that as a bucket list?
Ed's hoping to drive around the African continent for 18 months or so.
Yeah.
In about 4 years.
In about 4 years.
I don't know if
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna wait
could.
4
We could
years. We might-
intercept you at different places. That would be great. I think Africa's really fantastic. I loved it. So
Keith just says he wants to live long enough to see the end of the virus. Well, aim high, Keith, and you'll aim at the moon and you'll land among the stars. Is that the one? Is that how it goes?
Uma, you've got to go to England, because England is super fun and they're nice people and it's beautiful. And like I've said before, I don't want to be an Anglophile, but I am a bit of an Anglophile. I mean, my dad did move there when I was 14 and blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, Iceland is fun.
Uma says the nice thing about wearing masks is she doesn't have to pluck her chin hairs. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's letting their beard grow during the Varinus time.
Yeah, their beard, their hair. You can let your hair grow. You can give yourself your own haircuts during Varinus time if you want to. Do people really want to talk more about the debate? I mean, it was really a pity that there wasn't a fly that made an appearance, because that fly was really that was just what a guest star that fly was.
Well, there's plenty.
on
There's
Panthers Head.
still a couple weeks to go before, the election's over, so that Trump's got plenty of time to swallow a bug.
Yeah, he does have plenty of time to swallow
I voted
a bug.
yesterday. I voted yesterday.
I'm really tempted to vote tomorrow, but I'm supposed to be going to this round robin party on Sunday where we talk about socially distanced, of course, guys, where we each talk about a different thing, to do with the propositions. And my area of expertise is supposed to be the Santa Monica College board nominees, and I can't find, I'm gonna have to Google each one of them. I have to go to their Wikipedia page.
Well, I think there's only 4. You've got
You've
to
got to vote for 3 out of 4. I know.
Yeah.
I just give
so
these.
which one do you don't vote for?
Yeah, exactly.
And in that situation, I often don't vote for someone who's already got the job, because F them. And I think in this case,
oh yeah, F them if they.
well, and then also some of those ones where you can vote for 3 if you or four, if you vote for the one that you know you want, if you vote for multiple ones, then you can accidentally give votes to the person who defeats the other person who was your best choice because they just kind of rose higher in the top four categories. So there's a bit of strategy there. A bit of strategy there. So anyway, I went over and voted. I've done that. Would you like a bit of snark or a bit of trivia? What say you?
Well, let's have some trivia, actually.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the trivia. Here we go. In medieval France, King Philip Augustus decreed that the points on his subjects' shoes should be between 6 and 12 inches long, depending upon their station. The longer the point, the higher the rank. What do you think about that?
Right, and easy walking?
Well, no, I think if you've got a point on your shoe that's 12 inches long beyond your toe,
You could really hurt somebody.
you could fall down. But then again, you're royalty. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carol says, "What's up with Mitch McConnell? Did you see his hands and bruises around his mouth?" Oh, wow. Oh, man.
I have to look that up. That sounds really good.
If Mitch McConnell loses, I will be pretty excited just about that.
The wind line was pretty good, Uma, when the Donald kept on saying, I know more about wind than you do. He's really got this weird
he's windy.
Paranoia about...
He's windy.
Yes, I know.
He's windy.
I know that's the
he's
joke.
He's a blowhard.
Yeah,
he's a blowhard.
I know.
You get it?
Yeah. I get it.
Wow, your insincere smile is really cutting.
No, it's not funny. He's such a blowhard. I mean, I had a friend who said he couldn't even watch the debate last night because he can't listen to his voice anymore. But he's so crazily paranoid about wind turbines, and more birds get killed by coal-fired power plants than do, and birds. House cats kill more birds than wind turbines. It's so idiotic, and it's the cheapest electricity per kilowatt hour of all new sources of electricity. Everybody, I mean, wind is huge. So then, I'm being emphatic. But I love the line, I'm the least racist person in the room. And it was like it was a joke that wasn't landing because he said it 5 times. At least 5 times. He kept on saying it. It's like, and then it was like, my friend Mark who tweeted back to me because I was tweeting it going, I just can't believe it, saying, but it depends on the room. But I'm like, he sort of, 5 times because it's supposed to be... That's what. Anyway, it would just seem like I've got a joke and no one's getting it. Or to me, it was a joke that he was saying it and no one was getting it. And he was getting no one was getting it because he kept on saying it, but he didn't think it was a joke. Anybody? Was that?
Keith says his wife and his wife always vote by mail. Sit around the table, discuss options. If they can't decide, she'll vote one way and he'll vote the other.
Oh, really?
Cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that's fair enough.
Scott's given us a photo of the shoes. That's pretty amazing. Look, the pointy-toed shoes. Oh,
wow.
That's these days. That's not old.
Yeah.
Those aren't French ones.
Bob
wants to know what happens to the wind turbines when they fail. You mean when there's not wind?
Well, I think maybe when that pin comes out of the middle and then the fan, it falls down, but then the fan blade is still rolling and it goes across the countryside. They boom, 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 and then stabs into someone's house like a giant butter knife into a stick of butter. I mean, that's terrible when that happens, but I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in the next James Bond movie.
Yeah.
Species Survival Program, SSP, does the matchmaking for zoo animals to assure species maintain genetic diversity. All the scientific genetic analysis, statistical analysis, what zoos have space for and budget, the logistics of moving animals, especially across state lines, more so with across countries. Then comes the non-scientific, non-statistical analysis portion after the time and work and money. Will the animal pair get along and mate?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Brad. That's Brad checking in.
That was the thing I was talking about, but not nearly as informedly. And yes, what happens if you get your, special Mrs. Gorilla over to meet Mr. Gorilla, and she takes one look at him and goes,
not a match.
Fuck that.
Well,
I'm not fucking that.
Well,
sorry, that was 2 F-bombs
Mr.
just
Gorilla.
like that. I mean, wow, I know you guys. I've got it. You go.
Well, Mr. Gorilla, I know you guys didn't really have a great time on your date, but the audience will pay for your next date if you'd still like to go. That's a little Love Connection joke. And Chuck Woolery, super horrible.
But they'll pay for your next date if you'd like to actually consummate this date.
The audience votes on whether you're getting along or not. So you come on and you tell your story, and if they still think you're a match, then they vote for you to go on the next date. But people sometimes don't go on the next date. So Bob is saying when the blades need replacing on the wind thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's infrastructure, and that's the same as, a coal-fired power plant, an oil rig. I mean, the BP, Horizon oil disaster, they didn't have the cap on that thing properly, and, look what happened. I mean, there is going to be, right, top 10 win-by fails. You're going to get to see some really good
Jeff,
ones.
I almost want to push the button to see that in another window, so we're going to...
Quickly go to this.
Watch some top 10 wind turbine fails on the other screen, skipping the comments for just a minute so that we can see these. Oh my God, there's one where it's timber coming over straight face plant.
Yeah,
that's
it didn't look like anyone was there, so that's good. This one looks like it's going to fly right off.
The blades fly off.
Oh, that one caught fire. Oh, that's terrible.
There's some wind turbine fails.
Yeah.
I highly encourage you to click that link. I don't think we need to keep watching that, but
we've got it.
It's not
we've
so
got
good.
it. Those wind turbines.
It's not so good.
Oh, fuck them. They're terrible.
Great windmill movie, Foreign Correspondent. Have you seen that?
Okay. No, I have not. So much winding. Yes.
So people are touting the Dave Chappelle interview on David Letterman's Netflix show. Have to check that out.
Was it recent, that one, or was it a while ago? Because I thought Dave Letterman stopped doing that show. Or is he still doing that show?
The Netflix show? I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Rumors can often do more harm than good.
I'm hand drying my hair right now.
Are you hand drying it?
Yeah, I'm hand drying it. I don't blow dry
it's
it
a bit
anymore.
moist. Have you just had a shower? You've been.
I had
sweating?
Yeah. I just don't find it funny. But if you guys find it funny on your end, can you tell me? Or maybe what's funny is because I'm big. I'm not finding it funny, so maybe that's what's funny.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yes, Don, the cancer-causing blades. Yes, well, that's probably when Trump gets cancer. That's who he'll blame.
Well, also they cause
the
weather. They change the weather. If you decided to go on a spiritual journey, where would you go and what would you do?
Oh, if I went on a spiritual journey, well, I'm not going to go see the Dalai Lama. I've already heard him speak. Maybe we could go to Crestone in Colorado because they've got lots of different religious options there, and it's really low key, and it's and we could do it in the van.
And we have a friend who's there.
And we have a friend who lives there. I've actually just been reading the article about Crestone because he and I were texting about something else. Yeah. Jeff says, wow, the show took a strange turn. About the wind turbines, you mean, Jeff? Yeah.
Well, it's just, who knows what people are referring to.
Right.
So
no one is backing me up on the fart machine, so maybe they all think it's really funny and me getting annoyed.
People got a lot to do, and it is the Friday happy half hour.
Right.
Let's talk about next week a bit, because I'm going to be doing the show on Monday. I'm pretty positive that I can do the show on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, no show. And then Thursday, I'm going to do the show. I may have to pull over and do it from the side of the road if I have cell coverage. So they may be a little bit weird. And then Friday, we'll be back for the happy half hour. Right?
And that's when I'll be here because I won't be here all week. He'll be away.
Frigging spell check. Kathmandu. Kathmandu. Is that really where you're going to? Do you remember that song? Going to Kathmandu.
Who sang it?
Well, I'm not sure about that. Wow, Ouija. David Letterman, something or other from the New York Times. I could click that link too. Just because I've got a lot of links that I can click and things can whir around. We have a production. It would be great if this was visible on the screen, but that's going to be the next level. David Letterman isn't here to cheer you up this time. Okay. That's October 19th, 2020.
Yeah, he's got a really good beard. I mean, he's had the really good beard for a long time, but that's really good at this point. I mean, it's really
it's a pretty good grandpa.
Bob Seger. Okay, thank you, Rich. Couldn't have done it without you. I've interviewed the Dalai Lama and also
And Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
They were hanging out together for a little while, Richard Gere and the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
I think that might have been a twofer that Pick got.
Yeah, Keys has got Mr. Predicto versus the fart machine, and Darren Garcia loves the fart machine. Oh my God.
Yeah, people like the fart machine. I mean,
Yeah,
just come on.
okay, all
Catman
right.
don't.
Yeah,
Ed,
exactly,
Catman,
we
or
got it.
Don, Catman don't. Nice one.
Todd, it has not happened that it's optioned yet, but I have to say I'm working on broadening. I'm working with someone who's. I'm working on getting it optioned, so that's what's happening
Yeah,
right
that's an
now.
ongoing.
And then there's also the election, which has sort of gotten in the way a bit. So some of my people have sort of said, "Look, I can't. We have to wait till after the election because there's so much going on." And I mean, after the election, you think it's going to stop on November 3rd? There's going to be so much going on after the election. That's going to be a whole other can of worms. But anyway, Flavia, the fart machine, she can take it or leave it. Don't mind it, but she loves Mr. Predicto.
Yeah,
Okay.
just-
Hey, Mr.
so-
Predicto, come back. We're going to ask you a question. You're out of the dog box.
All right.
Right, what should we ask him?
Hurry
Mr.
up.
Predicto, should we do my bucket list first? Lady Jerry's.
It is a strong possibility.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mr. Predicto.
Yeah,
when it
that's how
comes
you
to
have
what
it.
I want to do and what Lady Jerry wants to do, there's a strong possibility that we're going to do what you want to do first.
Okay, I have to tell you guys something funny. So 2 nights ago, we watched the beginning. That movie. It's so long, the trial of the Chicago 7, and I had read about it, and and we watched the first half of it. So we watched an hour, and then I had a pretty strong reaction to America after we watched it. And so last night, when it came to watching TV, Jake's like, "What do you want to watch?" And he knew that we were only halfway through this movie. I just completely forgot about it, and so
We're halfway through a movie about some terrible crap that happened in America in 1969. And Belinda's like, we've got to get the hell out of here.
I know, but it's so reminiscent of what happened here. Is happening here with
Yeah, okay.
Black Lives Matter and people being killed by cops, and it hasn't stopped. Ding dong, hello. So I was just sort of like, oh my God.
So people want to know will Donald Trump leave quietly if he loses the election? Let's ask Mr. Predicto.
There is no doubt.
There is no doubt. Mr. Predicto is pretty sure that Trump will leave quietly after the election.
Well, as long as he's gets his handed to him on a plate and he's completely humiliated, he will. And sorry if there are people out there who are Trump supporters, and we've been coming down a bit hard on Trump this time.
Pick is asking why we are
yeah.
here, and I just got to go back to the Seize the Day from a couple of days ago. The purpose of our lives, the Dalai Lama, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. That's the Dalai Lama said that. It's right here in this tiny notebook that Rachel sent me.
Okay, so we're signing off?
No,
we're doing something else.
No, that was from the other day. I'm going to do do today's Seize the Day, but Pick was just asking me that. So anyway, yeah, easy
Oopsie,
there.
oopsie,
You got to be
oh.
careful when you push this down.
I know,
'cause
you
the
don't
other
want
side will
to
come
break any, what do you call those, beads from Mardi Gras.
Well, no, the TV can flip over, and that's really the bad thing that you want to avoid. Oh, you can flip over.
Yeah, careful of me. I'm falling over. He actually really thinks I am, and he's sort of grabbing me like there's something wrong with me, like I've really gone boneless and I'm out of my mind.
The very nearness of you.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little much. It's hard for you to take,
that's
right?
a song
It's like-
also, but I can't remember the rest of it.
Yeah, you're great with the snippets.
So Bob supports Trump. He doesn't like him, but he wants him as president.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say that out loud because you're welcome here, Bob. We're happy to see you, and I totally get that that there's people who feel that way. So, on you. Let me ask you a question, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have plans for this weekend?
Well, you're going away.
Right, but Rachel's asking, what are we going to do this weekend before we blast off?
Before tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock when I take you
Yeah.
down to the Enterprise place.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
well,
not a lot of time left.
We're going over because we have our lovely friend Denise had a little bit of an accident. So she and her lovely husband Richard were going out to dinner for the first time since the coronavirus happened. They were very excited. They've been, at home, locked down, wearing masks, being super good. She put on some nice chunky platform shoes. She walked out the door. There was an uneven paver, flat on her back. Moving for 6 to 8 weeks because she busted her ankle so badly she has to be completely immobilized. We're taking her over our Stella Barra thin crust, delicious pizza for dinner tonight, and ourselves as company.
Yes, I'm excited about the pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm really, that's very nice of you to say that, Jeff. I want to make Bob feel welcome here. I want everybody to feel welcome here. And if you disagree with some of the politics, we want this to be a discussion and a conversation and not a confrontational fight. All right. So today's farewell goodbye is from Zig Ziglar. Happy Friday, Lady Jerry.
To you too, Lord Jerry.
So this may be setting us up for our Monday. I don't know what Motivational Monday is going to be like, but I'm going to figure that out over the weekend while I'm driving in the car. Zig Ziglar. Time can be an ally or an enemy. What it becomes depends entirely on you, your goals, and your determination to use every available minute. I don't know about every available minute. I think you want to have some minutes where you're just enjoying yourself. So time can be an ally or an enemy. What it becomes depends entirely on you, your goals, your determination to use every available minute. And so maybe not every available minute, but let's all take control of our destiny. Jen, so sorry about this minor setback.
Yeah, minor.
But I believe in you. Lady Jerry believes in you. All these other people believe in you.
Yeah.
So happy Friday. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other, and don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. We'll see you all on Monday.
And this one was for you, Todd.
Yeah. Boom!
Yeah. Yeah, I just dropped a couple. I thought I actually did two, like in the space of 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
It's when they're effortless. Those are the best F-bombs to me.
Yeah, well, I don't have to work at them.
No, I know.